Welcome back to Milton Mo Junction. This is an update, the last one in January, and in fact it's not actually an update of Milton Mo Junction itself. I have mentioned in the past that I was building an O gauge layout at the end of the loft, and I've finally sort of done it now. So there was a lot of confusion mainly in my mind about what I was going to do, whether it's going to be O gauge German stock or O gauge British stock. In fact, I got as far as actually buying an O gauge British diesel, but decided that I wanted to go on the German way for various reasons. One main one actually is the automatic digitally controlled uncoupling. Because of the size of this layout, that really suits me, because I can uncouple the train from the wagons, etc., without having to be able to reach, and that will suit me for a couple of things I've got in mind. Obviously at this end I've got about 11 foot of layout from one side to the other, and that allows me to get quite a nice little station area. There'll be enough for a couple of carriages and some good yards up there, and also along this bit here at the front. And I'll have a steam engine servicing depot, or not a depot, just the water and a coal restocking area at the end up there. And at this end there'll be a small engine shed, probably for the local diesel that I've got at the moment, that'll be shunting around here, and I hope to get a couple of bigger steam engines at some stage, and they will do the run. The run will be, as you can see, it curves round, and I'm hoping to extend it just along the side, just one single track going the length along the side, and at that end I want a passing loop or a return loop, so that the train goes down there, it stops at the end, the engine uncouples, runs around the carriages, comes back, collects the carriages the other way, and then brings them all the way back. And so there's a bit of a run, and apart from just the shunting I can do in here, I can as I say, have a nice run with a sound steam engine. All the Lenz O gauge engines are diesel, and steam are sound. As I say, automatic uncoupling, various other sound bits and pieces. But even the coaches have got, as you can see, they've got lights, which is all digitally controlled. The end lights are on here, and you can turn those off and on. Change ends, so when you turn the train round you can change the end lights on or off. Up the end there I have a guards wagon, and even that has two digitally controlled lights, one at the end compartment and one in the main compartment. Not sure if that's coming out on video, but that's all controllable. And all the points are now controlled with DCC concepts, slow motion, or I'm not sure they're called slow motion, the slow change. But because there's only 6 here, it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't particularly want to pay out for those all over the layout where I've got sort of 40 or so points, but for a small layout like this they're ideal. The track's been sort of fixed down, but it's only a temporary fixing. As you can see, very ugly washers and screws. The idea of that was, when I was doing the points, I fixed the track where I wanted it, so I could tip the boarding up without the points moving around. So they're clamped there at the moment until I glue them down with ballast. And then obviously the washers and the screws will all be removed. As I say, the idea is it's just a break really from the 00 gauge. I'd always fancied 0 gauge, but I've got too much 00 to change completely. So I thought I'd have a little dabble, get it out of the system as it were, and by doing something completely different with a German 0 gauge, it's completely different, so it's a bit refreshing really. I can just have this as a complete change. As I say, all the let's have a look. Yeah, the diesel's a sound, automatic uncoupling. As you can see, the wagons are really closely coupled and they're designed to go around quite small radiuses, which is unusual for 0 gauge. I'll just turn this off now. The other thing I should mention is, rather than use my ECOS, I've got a white Z21, and everything now is being used on the 0 gauge. I didn't want to confuse matters and put all this on the ECOS, so I thought I'd outlay for a Z21 and I run it all from my iPad. So I'm not sure that shows up actually, but it's, I can see the reflection of the ceiling and the sides on it, but you've got the idea. I can change the points on here, I can control the engines. It's not like, again, it's not like the 00, I'm not going to have a mass of engines, etc. But it's fairly easy to jump between, and the coaches. So and the points are all on the same screen, and as I say, there's not going to be a mass of points, so it just suits me. So that's what I've been up to. I don't think, if I can recall, I've actually done anything on the 00 gauge. I've been busy trying to sort this and get it ready, and I've decided, as I say, to do this. It's just a break. It's different, so it's quite refreshing. But anyway, please feel free to leave your comments and what you think of this new little layout, and subscribe if you wish. So all there is to say now is the usual bye for now. Bye for now.